As you guys should all know by now, State of Decay 3 has been confirmed. And even though, a lot of people think the game's bad, and because of that, most of you probably don't care, I'm honestly really surprised we're getting a third game. But, we're still getting a third game. If you guys don't know what State of Decay is, which means you've been living under a rock for the past 7 years of gaming, zombie, build a community, survive, RPG, it's actually really fun. And there's been 2 installments, State of Decay 1, which was a single player game. It was okay, dropped in I think 2013, didn't have too much going for it. It was a solid zombie game and sold well. It was made by a company named Undead Labs. And Undead Labs, they were a small third-party studio and they just made a decent zombie game and it turned out pretty well for them. Later, when Microsoft bought Undead Labs, State of Decay 2 was made and it was also decent. It added multiplayer, but there were so many issues when the game launched. It was honestly pretty unplayable for the first month. You couldn't even hop on with your friends. There was co-op tethering, which means you couldn't go too far from your friends without being teleported back to where they were, and countless other issues, but that's not even what's important. State of Decay 3 has been officially announced. It was a while ago, but now we have a little bit more information that makes it more worthy to talk about. Surprisingly, they dropped a pretty decent looking cinematic trailer for State of Decay 3, and it actually was surprising. I wasn't expecting this game to get a sequel, but I also wasn't expecting it to get a sequel this soon. And have a trailer teaser ready for it. They were already working on the game before that. Now we're looking at the game's release date to be in late 2022 or early 2023, which is crazy. We know State of Decay 3 will bring back the idea of co-op in the State of Decay world. You'll be able to go do things with your friends and go explore shit. There will be a returning story that has nothing to do with any of the other stories, but the other stories were terrible. So I hope this one at least, gives us a little bit more actual fun in it, maybe. But State of Decay 3 is seeming to promise a lot of new things just based off the trailer and what we know is probably going to be in the game. In the trailer we saw some type of zombie deer or some shit, so I'm guessing there's going to be hunting now. That was a missed opportunity for State of Decay 2. State of Decay 2 didn't have any wildlife or any animals going around. Now that that's in the game, I'm super excited. That can make it so you have skins and pelts and shit, and you can make things with new animals. It could be dope. The game's also going to be coming to Xbox Series X and the PS5, which basically means that we're going to be getting a next-gen experience. So we're expecting some good graphics, we're expecting good frames. This is now almost a completely Microsoft-made production, so they'll have it funded. This will be a good game budget-wise. We know that if it comes out in 2023, it'll be in development for at least 3.5 years. So it's looking like the game probably won't be rushed, and hopefully there's no delays or anything. According to a leaker on Reddit, there will actually be much larger maps. I heard that there won't be as many, but the ones that you can search will be massive, which is good to know. It's cooler to have only 2 to 3 worlds, but those worlds are really well made, really detailed, and each of them add to the story in their own way. One thing they have to do is untether the multiplayer, dude. That shit was so stupid. Being connected to the host of the game at all times and not being able to run 50 feet over there felt so restrictive. If they keep that in State of Decay 3, that'll be the sole reason I don't buy it. And what we are expecting from State of Decay 3 is an elevated experience compared to the last game. This is now an official Microsoft developed project, and this is really important for them. Xbox doesn't have a ton of exclusives anymore, and Sony with PS4 and PS5 had single player exclusives that blow everything Xbox drops out of the way. State of Decay is one of the few exclusives Xbox does have, and making a third game really good would be huge. I'm seeing a game here that can grow to have a lot of potential, and now that State of Decay 1 and 2 already set the ground rules for how the game's supposed to work and all the systems, State of Decay 3 is so free, bro. If they mess it up, Sony's better. We also definitely want to see more upgrades to what you can do with your camp and what you can do with your expansion, how many people you can have in your community, more ways to loot, more things to loot, more unique types of buildings to loot, because that's a big thing in State of Decay, just looting stuff. More interaction with NPCs, making the world feel more alive, other people who actually just, drive by, passive things going on that you can interfere with. Even though we don't know much, I'll keep you guys updated with a new video. I love State of Decay, so we're going to see what's going on with it. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Without further ado, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for 4K subs, and without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.